So I figured I would give you a heads up on how to make a proper ramen. Now, these eggs that I'm boiling in the leftover were from the noodle that I made. So you want the noodle to stop cooking. The easiest way to make the noodle stop cooking is, well, take it out the water. But you could put it in the cold water. I cook my noodles just to the point where they're ready. They're ready to be eaten. And then I'll put a little bit of the broth that I've made. And see, some of this water is going to go in here. And this broth here is a combination of delicious, delicious flavors. What you have is soy, and you have vegetable broth, and you have some... mirin is the most important part. I just didn't have that today. I used some garlic and garlic powder and some onion. And I also use sriracha and another hot sauce. And I also use some white pepper, some black pepper, and a few other ingredients that were in my refrigerator. I'm not going to give you the whole recipe, but you can see what's going on there. That's going to be gorgeous. And what I'm going to do is, these eggs are almost cooked. I want to make these eggs about, oh, I don't know, about 5-minute eggs. I don't want them. They had a pretty substantial amount of water because I put them in right at the end of this, and then I removed the noodles and put them here, and these are almost done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off now, and these have been sitting in here for about 5 minutes. So I've cooked the egg whites properly, and I've cooked the, and here, I'll just show you. I'll give you a quick peek. So I've used a little bit of minced garlic. I've used some garlic sriracha. I had some leftover yakiniku sauce. I had some soy glaze. This is from this is from something else, and the sriracha in here, which I normally wouldn't use, but I had it in my drawer here. And then I used some veggie stock. And then I came over here and found that I have Cholula, which is not at all in any way Japanese or Chinese or any, the cultures that might eat the noodle. And then I have regular soy that I've added. And I have, now I had sesame oil. Toasted sesame oil is the way to go. I just did not have toasted sesame. And I have like real sriracha out the jar. And when I've added these to this right here, if I had mirin, that'd be a good idea. And from up here in the cabinet, I've added some white pepper, some black pepper. Everybody knows it looks like a little bit of garlic powder. And to the boil, before I put it in, I added a bay leaf. I think a bay leaf is a good idea to anything you're doing. And now I have this that's already done. This is, we keep these separate. It depends on how you like it. Some people like a little more, I don't know, a noodle that is a little less dense. If you were Italian, you'd call it al dente. The Italians didn't invent the noodles. It was the Chinamen that invented the noodles. And I say that with no ill will, or I don't think that's the proper nomenclature, but I do find it humorous to say Chinaman. And I don't think any Chinaman or person of yellow skin tone would be upset with me for calling them a Chinaman, nor Asian or Asiatic or any other. I don't think any of that would be too problematic for them, because most of them, they know Gong Fu, G-O-N-G, or G-U-N-G, depending on how you spell, and they'd whoop my ass. So, I mean it with no ill will, but I like my noodles like this, and I like to dip them in here. Depends on how lazy I am, because I might put this right on top, but it will get these things soggy, and then the flavor will take it on too much. And what I'm going to do with these eggs here, now that they're cooked, is I'm going to take them over here and put cold water on them. And it's going to stop the cooking, and it's also, a lot of people aren't very familiar with this. Let's go ahead and what they're going to do is the egg, because of cold versus hot. Think of when you can't peel your eggs properly, it's because you don't let them cool enough. There's an acidic alkalinic thing. An acid and alkaline are akin to hot and cold is akin to expansion and contraction. So what we're doing is we're allowing these things to cool. I'm gonna get a little bit of that sogginess off of the outside of the egg from the noodle that was left over in there, and we're gonna put cold water on there. What's up, Arnut says. And I'm gonna go ahead and cool these down. Now, if I wait long enough, what's gonna happen is the inside of the egg is gonna get smaller. The inside of the egg, if you cool it enough, and this is why you shouldn't immediately crack eggs. It's the same reason you should not immediately, take your bread out the oven and cut it with a knife. It's still cooking. So right now, those eggs internally, the temperature is way too hot. So I'm going to leave that go right in here. Now, why am I leaving the water go? Well, because water is free. It's a recyclable material. Anybody that tells you that you shouldn't waste water, well, if you're poor, then don't waste water. If you're paying for it to come to your sink, but any other way, it's the most universal solvent in the world. It is very much not. Oh, you have to turn your water off while you're brushing your teeth and all this bullshit. It's garbage. Because we live inside of an enclosed container, whether or not it's a glass jar that we live inside of, or a some other sort of. Well, I don't think it's that. I think it's something else. But I won't go into what that is. Here we go. And what you need to do always is have a beer with breakfast. And this is a warm beer because I left a beer out last night. And I put this here to enjoy with this so I can help digest the noodle. The noodle, there's a lot of starch and carbohydrate. This is very, very much, and so there's too much salt in here. But this is going to help me to digest this. Because if you just ate this, you couldn't digest it, right? So we're going to come over here to the egg. And what we're doing is we're shrinking by putting cold water on it. I could put this in the freezer, but last time I put some eggs in the freezer, I forgot about them for a day, and they came out really weird. And I'm gonna open one egg up right now, just for because I cooked 2 eggs, one for the food and one for because I'm gonna eat it later. And let's see what happens. Let's see. And to crack the egg properly, I'm gonna find the spot that has that little air bubble in it, because there's a little extra space in there. And I'm gonna put some water on it, and I'm gonna crack it open. Oh, look, that's really good. That's a really good cooked egg. I can feel the texture of the white. It's solid, but I know that inside the yellow is perfect. And it should only take you a few moments to take off the shell of the egg, and you get this magical thing right here. That what I'm going to do, there we go. I'm going to throw this I'm going to throw this in here, and I'm going to break this right open. I call it wide open. We can do this right with that thing. Oh, snap it right in half. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. That's a little overcooked for my. I'd like some yolk on there, but I did overcook it. So, I mean, this is a perfectly cooked egg. If anybody wants to know how to boil eggs properly, there's 2 ways to make hard-boiled eggs. And one way is not to boil them at all. It's in fact to bake them. If you bake eggs, you put this egg raw in here. You turn that up to about the proper temperature. Or you could sous vide eggs. You know, I'm going to put both these eggs in here because they're well, let's see. I think this is, look at that. This is, I think I'm going to give this to the dog because she likes eggs as well. And I do love my dog, so she eats better than humans do. She is never going to eat dog food because I would never eat dog food because I'm not a fucking slob. And neither is Meatwad. She, look at this little creature right here. And in fact, here she is. Let's see if she'll eat this properly. You want egg? Oh, there you go. See, look at that. Now she's gonna eat it on the floor. What a pig. Hard-boiled egg. She'll eat raw eggs now and then, because she is. Her sixth name is Rocky Balboa, and I call it her sixth name because I've never called her Rocky Balboa ever. But what I do have, and what I do know, is that if I take a little bit of this yellow stuff and I put it in here, it's supposed to be uncooked, but it'll thicken up the broth a little bit. Normally you'd put it right on the noodles, but I've overcooked the egg. And I'll take a little bit of this and I'll just whip it up in here. Get a little bit of the, there we go. And let's see, let me just see here. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take the noodle and we put it right in here. And this is what a breakfast of champions looks like. Oh, I know what I need. See, I put a lot of sriracha in that, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of the saltiness from the soy, and there's enough sesame oil. Got garlic in there, and let me take a little more. Because I don't measure very often, and I'm gonna take this yakiniku sauce, and we'll see if that sweetens it up just slightly. You need a little sugar to go with this. Let's mix it up a little bit and put a little more noodle in here. There we go. Let's go ahead and drop the noodle. Let's see what happens here. Okay, there we go. Let's see what's going on here. And do yourself a favor and get yourself a regular oven. Do not have one of these pieces of shit unless you have to. Soy is poison. Yeah, maybe to you, man. Soy is why I don't sleep. Soy is why I can eat poison. I can eat poison. I can eat panacea. I can eat anything the fuck I want. Because I've noticed that the culture, the Japanese culture, the immortal, the formless immortal, what they use soy, and they eat a lot of raw fish, and they will whoop your fucking ass. And they're women. They grow to be like 50 or 60 years old and look better than your fucking boyfriend does at 20. You know what I mean? So I don't know. They're a long-lived culture. You know, that's like how people say, like, soy is poison, and yeah, whatever. Soy is poison to you because you're taking American soy and because you listen to the American networks. Soy is not poison. Your words are poison. How's that? Look at me. Let me show you something. Do I look poisoned? I'll drink this whole fucking thing right now. Am I gonna die? No. That's why I'm strong. I'm barrel. You know, carbohydrates are poison, right, to some people, and this is the diet, the diet, you know, people's deity, people's diet, what they believe is good and bad. Poison. Soy is poison. What a fucking dumb thing. Soy comes from beans. Soybean is poison? No, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Eggs are the ovaries of a chicken. Okay, I eat chickens. I eat the ovaries of your chicken. And when I eat milk, I'm sucking your mama's titties. You know what I mean? Because if people say, "Oh, milk is cow pus," well, then you must not like sucking. You must not like sucking your mama's titties, because your mother fed you with her pus for years. And in fact, it's what grew you, little kid. So here, go ahead. Here, eat poison. Eat poison with me. I'm gonna eat this poisonous, glutinous Maximus. We'll call it asshole. We'll call it butt. We'll call it gluten noodles in poisonous soy. I'm gonna wash it. We're gonna wash it down with I wish I had some rice wine. We'll wash it down with the beer, because this beer is gonna help digest that poison. So this is how you stay fresh with a capital PH. You know what I mean? Or F, depends how you spell. I mean, you might even spell it with a different couple letters, but noodles for breakfast. Oh man, so good. Anybody not like noodles? Look at this shit right here. Look at this whole fucking noodle dish. Look at, and if you cook the eggs right, and I apologize for you know, it's fucking 7 o'clock in the morning. And I really wanted some noodles, and I fucked the egg up. But if you get the egg cooked at like 4 minutes properly, you get a nice yellow runny yolk, and then you put that on the noodle. So that way the noodle can be stuck. It can be put in here in the sauce, and it'll catch a lot more of the delicious sauciness. I'm gonna take one more bite of this, and then we'll have a talk. I eat like a fucking maniac. It's the most important part in the world. Enjoy what you're doing, because I like eating this way. And if you don't like what you're doing, well, fuck you. That's your problem. I like what I'm doing, even if I'm poisoning myself with all this soy. you read one fucking article on soy, and you think you know everything. White rice is no good. Soy is no good. Go talk to the fucking Asian people. They've been eating rice for fucking millennia. And it's hypoallergenic. It won't poison anyone. And to think that it's used for the purpose of being nutritious, you'd be dumb to believe that. It's the same reason fiber doesn't have any nutrition to it, because it's supposed to be pushed through your system. And it's the same purpose as white rice, or any other rice for that matter. Its use is not what you think it is, because you think you need calorie diet, because you think calories are something. Well, go eat some charcoal. Go eat charcoal for 4 months. It might clean you out, but it also might kill you. Gonna have a lot of calories in there. Go eat a fucking bunch of beef fat. See how well you do. You gotta chew with your mouth open. You know what? Get that air in there, you're gonna taste it better. Mangia, as the Italians might say, mangia. Even though their fucking doodle dish came from the Far East. What is it that's so? It feels so right to eat noodles in a broth. I don't know what it is. So, I'm gonna come back to this in a second. Oh, so good. Well, oh well, oh well. How we all doing this morning? What's up, Tourism? What's up, Jasper? You gotta eat, man. You gotta eat sometimes. You know, no matter what you're doing, you eating. You eating no matter what. I don't care about these breatharians. You eating air, motherfucker. Everything you do, you turn into spirit. Breath means spirit. You go ahead and look that right up in your Googles and in your etymology dictionaries and all that shit. Breath means spirit. And spirit means, well, what are you finding inside of any plant life? Spirit. What are you finding inside of beer? It's called, or alcohol. It's spirit. What do you find inside of anything? Energy in life. So you go ahead and enjoy breathing. I'm gonna enjoy breathing whatever the fuck I want. I breathe in death and turn it to life. Why don't you try that? Become a shaman and do that. You breatharians out here looking like all feeble and weak. Telling you can live on air. On air? That's great. I love it. I think it's a great idea for some people. But don't tell me you're gonna whoop my ass. Don't tell me you're strong. You know, you're a very smart person for not needing a lot. But man, just imagine sitting there in front of a breatharian, just consuming all the glory of the world that we've created. Breatharian sitting there in their body, going, "No, I don't need that. I don't want that." You fucking liar. You liar. Don't lie. You got like, could you imagine a breatharian? He go. It's making me laugh so hard. Could you imagine a male breatharian sitting there staring at a peach, just dripping the nectar? And when I say peach, what I mean is pussy. Like it's just a pussy sitting there in front of you. Two ripe melons. And when I say melons, I mean breasts. Could you imagine that, being breatharian and going, "No, I don't want to suck on those titties, the mother milk. I don't want to suck on those. And I don't want the juice that is just dropping from that beautiful peach there. I don't want that. Don't eat the pussy. Don't eat the peach. Don't suck the tits. Don't have the milk. Don't kiss the woman. Don't be with the goddess." You fucking retard. That's the retardation is what that is. To not enjoy those aspects. It's not to covet those. It's not to want that 24 hours a day. But that's somebody that has no more satanic world. Nothing. I'll have nothing. But they're sitting there in their body speaking to you, and then get on the internet and use a satanic device such as the interweb, connected to a phone or a computer, and they go, "I'm a breatharian." Like, no, you're not. You're using a computer, you fucking giant bag of horseshit. Don't claim you're a breatharian if you're using a computer. It's ridiculous, and you look stupid. Because I watch these people do it. I mean, good on you if you've become one with the spirit of life. Then keep breathing and go over there. Because nobody wants to hear your bullshit about breathing. Because there's 5G networks coming off of here. You're getting blasted with the computer that you're using and the little video camera right there. What are you doing talking to that? It seems like holy shit, you're consuming everything around you. But I digress from this rant. I have some more noodles to eat. You'd think all I did all day long was eat noodles and suck pussy, but that's not true. I also drink beer and talk to people, and sometimes I fast. And sometimes I don't eat anything for days at a time. Weird, right? Oh. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I perform miracles. I mean, why would Jesus have turned all of the water into wine unless he was all fucking drunk? Why would he have had so many fish for people if he didn't believe people should eat fish? But he did throw the money changers' tables over, didn't he? Did he just not like tables? Maybe he was fully against tables. I wonder if he squatted properly. I wonder what his his general disposition was, and how he could, if he had the standard protocol for body movements that would allow him to function properly within society. I mean, he must have been pretty strong, dude, to throw a table over. Why would he have to? Why would he have to flip a table? If he could turn water into wine, and perform miracles, why would he have to physically flip a table over? It seems like he would have just done that in his mind. And if he was so strong, why would he have gotten hung on a cross? It seems kind of stupid for a magician. To the level that you can turn water into wine, if you could do that, then you wouldn't be dumb enough to get nailed to a cross, would you? So I've got a lot of. I suspect that story was possibly just allegory. So for anybody that believes that, try reading a book again, and try reading that book from start to finish, because I know anybody that's read the Bible from start to finish doesn't believe it. Hey, Synchron City. Yes. Thank you. My Cash App is the $ and then TSAR and then XEN. It's Zen as in XEN, because I'm switching my name up as soon as I start a new channel. As soon as I get enough subscribers, I'm cutting this channel off, because that's just how I do. I've done this before, and I'll do it again, because no one needs to know. No one needs to know who I am. They just need to know the information. So it's it's the $ TSAR XEN. And hey, what's up? Oh, Sydney City. Well, there you go. Did you get that in Cash App? And if you use a special code, you get $5 for free. Imagine that. TSAR XEN. There you go, man. Or wait, hold on. Yes, you are a man, according to your picture, which is tiny. Yeah. Exactly, Jarzen. Yeah. Yes, you are a dude. 7 a.m. I wish I had a stout, or like some sort of darker beer for breakfast. I really don't like IPAs too much, but because that's all these fucking hipsters make these days, and this is why they're very skinny and weak and feeble, because the hops are an estrogen progenerator. Is that the right word? Or they're the precursor for estrogen. And it came about during, I don't know, the late 1600s, when the church decided to put their hands on the making of beer, because you realize, like, most of beer is made by monks. So there's a weird connection. Like, they don't drink beer, but yet monks and the abbey, the abbey, the priests and the monks, they made beer. But they'd say don't drink beer, right? Because you've misread the literature. What they had done is they said, well, you need to start putting hops in there. And the idea was that hops will make the beer not spoil, but the beer already wasn't spoiling because it was already made properly. Depending on if you use the Bavarian rules to make beer, or any other law for that matter, or any real law, which is just you make it right, it's not going to spoil. What they said is add hops to the beer, but in reality, what they were doing is they knew that it was an estrogen precursor, and it would make people docile, not want to fight against the government, not want to fight against the church, and it would make men less virile. It would make men not want to fuck, so they wouldn't be producing babies or being angry at the church or the state. So they would drink beer laced with hops. And those hops would mellow someone out and make them, over time, what they didn't know at the time, it would make the species weaker. It would make what you have today as these tight pants wearing skinny fuck stains of men that are like, I'm fucking radical, bro. I'm fucking making this new beer. It's got like fucking 90-minute hops, man. Not even knowing how hops work, or why you don't why you wouldn't put hops in for 90 minutes because it makes it too bitter, blah 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 blah. All of the alchemical reasons and the chemistry reasons why you should only use hops tail end, dry hop, drop it in and pull it out to get the aroma and a little bit of flavor from it. You would never boil hops for 90 minutes because you would never make tea that you steep for more than 5 minutes. You usually make tea that's steeped for 3 minutes. So why would you ever fucking boil hops for 90 minutes unless you were trying to extract medicine that it is medicine. It can be used for certain things, but you would never use it in beer to drink regularly with a bunch of your other fairy fuck stains of boyfriends that wear tight clothes and act like a bunch of fucking cum dumpsters. You wouldn't do that. So don't drink hoppy beer. Now and then it's okay if you want to take a nap, or it's fine, but don't drink IPAs on a regular basis. Armat says, what's made with it otherwise? You just wouldn't use hops. Everything else used in beer, the process of making beer in and of itself is already killing all the bacteria. There wouldn't be, you wouldn't, there's many other things you could use. If you wanted to add a bitter element because you like bitter, you could use any other plant substance, because any plant substance that has any type of alkaloid is gonna, if you boil it long enough, is gonna release the tannins and the alkaloids and all of the really strong medicinal qualities. Now, medicinal quality, again, hops have a medicinal quality, but to take the same medicine every day, which is high levels of estrogens, precursors, it would make no sense unless you want to become very feminine. So you see all these transgenders. I'm gonna go ahead and bet these transgendered kids coming out and these people are trying to go the other direction. I bet you their father or their mother drank a lot of estrogen rich beers, hoppy beers. I'd go. Somebody want to go do a study on that? You work in the science community. You're at Harvard or Yale or one of these fucking schools. You want to go ahead and Johns Hopkins or Hopkins, whatever the fuck it is, up in Baltimore. Go ahead and do that. Do a study on the every child that is all like, I want to be a fucking woman, and every woman that wants to, I want to become a man. Like, you're gonna find something in their parents' diet that helped to make them. Well, I mean, obviously the parents are Looney Tunes to begin with, but to get a child to 7 years old, 5 years old, and to have them thinking that, well, you got the media, and then you got the parents, and then you got everything going on that is pushing mentally, because it's a mental disease. Anybody that doesn't think otherwise, you've did fucked up a long time ago. It's not like your mind doesn't help to create the environment internally by releasing all sorts of different chemicals into the system to make you one way or another. And so if you look at enough, if you listen to enough, if you see enough, if you smell enough, if you drink enough of whatever it is, drink the Kool-Aid, you're gonna become fucking Kool-Aid rich. You know what I mean? But back to the more important things. Synchron City, you're pondering on the symbiosis between urine and UV. Okay, continuing with that. Light fractions from the sun hitting the urine getting sugars from the sun. I don't know that the urine is getting sugars from the sun. I think it's sugars and salts are a little different. I think it's getting what I've learned and what it seems to be is ionization of minerals or salts. I think the word mineral and salt can be interchangeably used. So I don't believe it's making that next level carbohydrate immediately, or that next level sugar, the next level thing, because the first thing would be the mineralization or ionization of taking water and putting an element in there. That would be the first mineral or salt, which would then have to go through a process to become a sugar. At least that's what it appears to me. So I'm not a chemistry major, but I think that's how it works. I don't think that the sun is creating a sugar immediately. I think it would take a while to get there. But the enzymes feeding the light, I think it's I think the light is creating the enzyme. The light interacting with the water, there's something going on there. This is why you can take a distilled water and put it in a jar that is hermetically sealed, and you can throw different lights into it, and you'll create different elements or different minerals or different you'll ion. They call it ionization of the basic constructs of mineralization. Oh yeah. I get you on that. Are not there's definitely plastics involved. Oh yeah, this is transmutation, transgendered, the trans fats. The trans fats are even getting into that. Like if you cook a fat, it'll turn plastic. You know what I mean? If you think of this way, if I take an iron pan or any pan for that matter, and I put an oil on it, and I cook it to a certain temperature, it will coat the pan and become the seal on the pan. This is how people, um, back in the day, they would take a cast iron skillet and you'd put a fat, a lard, or an oil in it, and you'd cook it at a very high temperature, above 500 degrees, and it will bond the fat to the metal, which then becomes basically a plastic. So I agree with you there, but nonetheless, it's all in all, it's the consumption of visually looking at these fake ass plastic celebrities, reading some script off of a thing, plus the food that they're eating, plus the plastics. These are all going into it. Certainly, I don't think it's I don't think it's as difficult as you say, but I don't think it's that simple either, for sure. Gelatin is, I mean, look at gelatin. Where does it come from? Apparently, it's ground up hooves from calves, hooves from horses, which is nails, and nails are made of silicone or silica. That's another long-winded thing to get into. But if you grind up bones, bone marrow, bones, and the silica in your nails, yeah, it always is. It depends on the time of day. But how many videos of mine have you watched, Sydney? You know, if you watch one of the first videos I made versus when I started putting my face on camera versus when I was doing just audios underneath the tree versus uh, daytime or nighttime, like they're all completely different. I don't I would hope they weren't the same. I would hope that my personality and the way that I'm delivering pieces of information and ideas are completely wildly different for many reasons, because it'll speak to a larger audience of people, and because I can't stand doing the same fucking thing every day. And I find it more amusing for myself, because all in all, I love y'all. I love all of you, and I hope that this information finds you in a beautiful way, and allows you to see things clearly. But fuck you, I love myself first. And if this is enjoyable to me, which it is, then that's the most important part. So if you can find me having happiness and joy, and even if you don't agree with me, if you find humor in it, cool. Because a lot of my videos, you find me just to be like, is he being funny or is he being serious? Yeah. But you know what I have right now, motherfuckers? I got noodles to eat. Holy shit, it's noodle time. There was this billboard in Baltimore. I used to live in up 83 north of Baltimore. One of the places I lived, and there was this billboard that said, "Who is your noodly master?" And I found that so fucking entertaining and amusing. I don't know why and who came up with this fucking ridiculous shit, but if you don't like noodles, we can't be friends. I'd like to be friends with all of you, but if you don't like noodles, you done fucked up. There's something so, I don't know. It's like, some children have it's like that home cooked meatball from your mama, or that thing that, whatever meal it was. I didn't get noodles as a child, but for whatever reason, noodles just sit in my soul perfectly. So, if anybody wants to, any beautiful ladies out there, you know, the gateway to a man's heart is their stomach, right? And the gateway to my heart is noodles. So, if anybody wants to come cook noodles for me, and you beautiful babies out there, and you lovely little ladies, you women, you goddesses, you creatresses, come and make me noodles. And if you make the noodles from scratch, if you make the noodles from scratch, I might eat your ass. That's real talk. But don't let anybody else know that. You don't go ahead and just be like, yo, Zen said he'll eat your ass if you make him noodles. Don't tell everybody that. And I love pandas, by the way, Sydney. Oh, thank you, Sydney. Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit that I talk about. There's a lot of it. So, bon appetit, ass eating motherfucker. And Sydney, I might. Oh wait, shit, Sydney, wait. Oh, Synchrone, wait, you're a dude. Not gonna eat your ass. I don't care how good you are at cooking noodles. If you're a dude, sorry, I can't eat your ass. It's not in my system to do that. I haven't drank enough. I've not drank enough hops infused beer to make me that queer. How's that? Not even rhyme too. See, pretty good at rhyming. I can rhyme things. Beer and queer. No hairy bum. No, you know, and chicks with hairy bums. I mean, come on, you gotta, you know, wax is a thing, man. Sugar that bum or fucking wax it or something. You know, I don't know. It's just, you know, when you get out there in the forest, and you know, I don't mind chick with hairy armpits or like a hairy bush or whatever. But like, you know, if you want your butthole eaten, I can't have little like fucking dingleberries going on down there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that shit clean. I like technology. I like bidets. I like a good clean butthole. Nice. I'm not gonna say you got to go ahead and bleach it. Uh, you could if you wanted. I wouldn't use bleach. I'd use hydrogen peroxide. It's gonna be a lot cleaner and healthier. And it'll keep that it'll keep that nice and tight. You know, just and clean. It doesn't look like you're pooping out of it all day. Hey, what's up, Elizabeth? Wait, the Elizabeth. I love how you say this is random as fucking off topic. I'm sitting here talking about cleaning buttholes and you're saying this is off topic. There's nothing off topic at this point. Okay. Um, I'm going through the esoteric things that lead me to astrology. You got Ben like Johnny Fire, right? Okay. Yeah, what's up? What do you want to talk about, the Elizabeth? Yeah, we can dig into astrology. Ass. See, look at you just said astrology. What? Come on. This is who's doing comedy at fucking 7 in the morning? I am. That's what I'm doing. And I also teach you esoterics of astrology. So what do you want to know about that? I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah, nice astrology. See how quick that is? It's quick wittedness. That's all I got going for me. Um, Johnny Five. That's one of the greatest movies, anyways. Um, what do you want to know about the esoteric astrology video that I did? I did that like 2 years ago almost. I did a basic rundown on how astrology works. For anybody that doesn't know, there's not much that I don't teach about. Uh, I'm I'm like Johnny Five over here. I've got the whole kit inside the brain. Um, cool, the Elizabeth. What are you looking for? What do you want? Is there something? Is there a question? Is there a question that you're asking the Zen? Now that your name is the Elizabeth, the lizard queen. You're asking everything? Okay, well, watch any of my videos. I pretty much cover everything. But if you do have a specific query here, go ahead and request, and let's see if we can do a request and dedication. And for whoever got the awesomeness of last night's video, I don't know that it will be up online because I think somebody copyright claimed the whole fucking thing. So I don't know if that's going to be available to the public. I do apologize for that because it was a really fucking good video. We had a lot of fun, and it was weird, and there was so much information provided. So oh, they took it down. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna see if I can get it back up. I have so many videos that they took down, but it's usually just like the corporate enterprise that owns someone's song that was in the background that they go like, oh, here's a video I can steal 27 cents from. I could see if I had anything good to say. Wait, let me take that back. I could see if my video channel was large enough and I was making any profits off of it, and I don't. Like over 2 years, I've made a very very small amount of money over making these videos from YouTube, of which I haven't even collected. By the way, it's just very interesting how quickly there's some, I don't know if it's an algorithm or a bot or somebody that's just like literally watch this channel. If he puts a video, just click a button, and I don't know if they get like if there's some sort of, if they get some sort of kickback. Hey, if you find somebody that's using a video in their video, you get a kickback of 10 cents on the dollar, which is ridiculous because if I make an 8-hour video, and I say this whenever I get in these rants, if I make an 8-hour video, there's one song in it, my entire 8-hour video will be subject to someone stealing on me and copyright claiming 8 hours of me talking for literally 30 seconds of a video or song in the background. In the background, not even if I don't have it like straight on the camera, I could be walking down the fucking street, and in 30 seconds worth of my video, there'd be a song. A car will drive by me. I've had this happen. A car drove by me, and is blasting some music, and then I find someone steals my video. I'm doing a fucking 3 or 4 hour talk. This is what I get. I gotta fucking sit in a corner. I'm gonna sit in a corner and just is somebody copyrighted claim the fucking color red? Is somebody gonna be like, oh, I own the color orange. It's right there. I seen it in your video. It's mine. You imagine that? That's the audacity people have of thinking they can own words. You can own a color. Fuck out of here. Hey, Juniperus, I'm gonna go and see if maybe we'll do that. Check it out, y'all. How much video? Oh, let me plug this in, and I'll go sit over here and plug this in, and then we'll go take a walk and see if I can get my fucking gin this morning. And maybe I'll get right into it. How about that? Let's get fucking retarded. I like retardation. Here's how much of a genius I am. Here's how much of a genie I am. I'm gonna go and get this gin that was sent to me so lovingly and magically by everybody in here, the other 12 people. Go ahead and say thank you to Juniperus for sending me 2 bottles of gin. 2 amazing bottles, the monkey gin, and even though I looked it up last night, I cannot remember the name because I don't know it like that. And I'm gonna go collect that because somebody had signed for it apparently. There we go. Let me just plug this in for a second, and then I'll let this charge long enough so I can take the dog outside. I'll take you guys with me, and I'll get my 2 bottles of gin, and I'll get genied up right now, and we'll do the show. I'll start a new show. It'll be the Genius Show. We'll see if we can't get my engine Abaddon to do this because, he's always up for a good a good fucking whirlwind of activity and insanity. Arnauts. It seems like one of the topics is riddled with traps and misinformation. Where to start with astrology? Go look at my astrology 101 video. Look at astrology basics. I don't remember what I called it. If anybody knows the name of it, go to my earliest videos. Look up my name and start with the first video that I made, and then scroll through to maybe like 4 months in, 5 months in, and you'll start to find some videos I did on astrology. And I usually do things in like, I'll do like 6 videos about one thing. I don't name it right. I don't tag it right. It's like, if you're lucky enough to find it, that's usually how it works. And go find that. And once you get to the astrology videos, look around in that general time frame, because I really broke down astrology in a lot of different ways, and that might be helpful. The Elizabeth. Yeah. Long story short, your spiritual gifts exploded. That's excellent. That's the way it should be. Good things take time. Great things happen instantaneously. And Sydney, are you laughing? Are you saying "oh shit" on me going and getting this fucking bottle right now? Yeah, I did the same thing for me. Like I wasn't looking to get a bottle of gin from my good friend, and you assholes, I just told you, you 12 other people, say thank you, Juniperus. She's right above you. She's right there. Juniperus Ashai 369 sent me 2 bottles of gin. Can you guys just go say thank? Yeah, gin, GIN, which is JINNI, which is DGINNI, which is the jinn, which is the genie, and the genie in the bottle, which is also connected to the god. And the video that I made last night, which was called Jinn, and the ideas of the sat or set or sate, or all of the connections to the this little dog right here. Yeah, so there you go. It's not a Sydney. It's not mate. You can't call a chick a mate, can you? Is that proper even in your fucking tongue from down under? Can you really call a chick a mate? Is that proper? Thanks, mate. Like you can call her a fucking luxurious cunt if you want. You can't call her a mate, I don't think. I'm not gonna claim to know because I don't speak the hybrid language you guys do. I don't fuck kangaroo. I don't fuck kangaroos. Yeah, thanks, Sheila. There you go. I don't fuck kangaroos like you down there, motherfucker. Speak to her right. God damn it. Or I'll go fucking native. I'll go outback on your bullshit. I'll go native, like, you from the big city, but you know them. The cats out there really. They'll tell you something. I'll speak to them. I'll have them knock on your fucking door. Are not enjoy France, enjoy the countryside, yo. And for all of you other idiots, you'd rather leave the room than thank Juniperus. Fuck you, fuck you guys, you suck. And the puppy is laying right down here on my feet. She does that sometimes. Whenever I get on here and I'm on here for any amount of time, she's like, how kids do. They're just like. They just lean on you and just kind of lay, like, look at, here, I'll show you. Let me show you. I'll show you what she's doing. It's so stupid. Look at her. Look at this little motherfucker right here. See, she's right there. She's leaning on my fucking legs. She's just sitting on my legs. It's funny. She won't fuck with me all day. Like I'll be like trying to play with her, and she'll be like, ugh. She'd have this attitude, and then when I start getting on here, she just comes over here and she's like leans on me. She has such an attitude problem. Yo, you want to see me go, Jenny? All right, well, you guys got to go and fucking knock on not my and Ginny Abaddon's door and let him know he's got to do a video with me because I can't host it. It's got to be on his channel because I do things through Android, and for whatever reason, I can link with somebody on a regular desktop computer, or I can link with somebody on an Apple, but I can't host a show. I've tried every fucking possible way of doing it, and there's no way. I've done it through YouTube. I've done it through the I've actually gone online through Google, then gone to YouTube, then gone to my page, and it still won't let me host a show. It won't let me do anything. The only way I can host a show is if I just hit go live right here. This is all I can do. So that's what you guys get. I know. I mean, it would be pretty easy for me to go buy a fucking computer. I just don't really care to. So this is what you guys get. So you guys can go tell my engine Abaddon he needs to do a show with me today because we drinking gin. Let's go. All right, what time are we looking at? Let's see. We're about 8 o'clock. Oh, we 8 o'clock. Okay. How about this? I'm gonna go put some clothes on. I mean, I could go out in public in this. I really don't care. I mean, I wear this in public. So it just everybody wants to know this. This is what I look like. I'll wear this shit in public. I just don't feel like dealing with the whole extracurricular bullshit at 8 o'clock. So I gotta go put like regular human clothes on. So I'm gonna go put some regular human clothes on. Then we're gonna walk over to the office because I don't get mail here. I have to go to the office building to get it. And I'm gonna go get my bottles of gin, blend in. Yeah, I can really blend in. I could wear a fucking jeans and a white T-shirt and put a fucking hat on, and it doesn't work. That's real. Like, it does not work. You hear me? You know that, Sydney. Okay. Here, you guys. Can you take care of the dog while I'm gone? Here, Amity, do you want to talk to these people? Let me go put my clothes on, and we'll go take a walk, guys. All right. The dog is freaking out, and you guys ready? Take a fucking walk with me and the dog. Can you imagine what's funny about this? In like a year from now or a couple years from now, you know, listening to Alan Watts was not a big thing back in the day, and listening to fucking Jesus wasn't a thing. And listen to Mahatma Gandhi when he was creeping on the come up. Anybody know what the creeping on the come up? Remember that album? 1999 by fucking what's the name of the group? Bone Thugs and Harmony. Anybody remember Bone Thugs and Harmony? Creeping on the come up. Let's go. Here, let me put these. Is this where I gotta go? Sunglasses and the hat. There we go. Am I blending in now? This is blending in. Do I look? Hey, Sydney, thank you for the nice hat comment. Because you know I need that to to keep me wearing this hat. Because if you guys didn't like it, I would never wear it again. Not true at all, but come here. Get in here. Okay. Yeah. Let's go get this fucking gin, huh? No, I might have to actually deal with another human being. Fuck. I'm not looking forward to this. Let me get a beer for this. Let me get a beer for this trip. Hold on. Hey, you guys, in the city or state where you all live, are you allowed to be like adults and carry alcohol in public? Because I feel sorry for places like, you know, in the U.S. there's only a few. There's actually small cities that you can carry beer with you in public. I don't remember what cities they are. They're like very small towns and cities. And then New Orleans is like the only major city. And I know there's other cities throughout the world that you can. But isn't it kind of fucking weird? Like, you can get as drunk as fuck as you want at the bar. But you can't have a beer in public. It doesn't make any sense. Does it? Wouldn't it make more sense that you could drink in public? Because then you wouldn't fucking get drunk and drive home. You could just like, instead of having that last beer and shot, you would just go, oh shit, hold on, dog. Wait, stop, hold on. This dog's being an asshole right now, hold on. Yeah, you can get as drunk as you want in the bar, but you cannot drink in public. It makes no sense. It's a really great song if anybody wants to look it up right now. It's called Drinking in Public by Herbal Tea. And herbal in the letter T. Come on, dog, let's go. See, she can walk herself. She's where are you going? What are you doing? Look at her. What's she doing? There she is. Okay, come on. Yeah, drinking in public. My fascination with one of the great artists of all time, Wax, and his brother Herbal Tea. Drinking in public. Go check it out. It's really good. Go on. Come on, make moves. Damn it, man. Are you guys ready for this day? Fucking 8 in the morning. I've already showed you guys how to cook the perfect noodles. I fucked the egg up and I do apologize for that. But now we're gonna go downstairs an hour in, and the day has barely started for me. But we're gonna go get 2 bottles of gin, and we're gonna have a talk with Abaddon and probably a few other special guests today. Because who knows what will happen if you get enough gin in you. And that's just how it works. Do you see how this works? Do you see how this works? You see? It's perfection. Look at this. Oh, it's beautiful outside. It's goddamn almost October, and it's 80 degrees at 8:30 in the morning. Like, don't piss on your fucking your leash. Don't do it. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful out here? And just for the fun. Look at the light. It seems to be coming out of my face, which is pretty much how it works. Whoa, watch out, motherfucker. Okay. Come join me. And I got this little trick. See, so I'm in this yard here where there's smells everywhere. But if I go through this little tunnel here, the dog will follow me and won't have to smell every fucking thing. Because she's a very sniffy dog. Like, look, she's just gonna sit there like that. She's just gonna do that. And there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I could literally pull her leash and she'll put her legs out, and she's 60 pounds of meat snack, and she won't let me pull her. Come on, let's go this way. So, I mean, there's really no reason for me to even have her leash, because she doesn't let me do anything. She's just gonna do whatever the fuck she wants. Come on, let's go this way, come on. This is what I got. It's kind of like how I deal with people. I can suggest better things, but I can't tell anybody what to do. And I think that's a really good way, to live life. There's so much information. Exactly, Sydney. Exactly. Like, and she's gonna, there she is. Ideas from this dog in the sense that there's nothing I can do. I can't tell anybody to, I can't help anybody. They're just gonna do what the fuck they want. And if I can suggest to them something better, like follow me, I'm gonna bring you to food, or I'm gonna get you to a field where you can take a shit, or here, I gotta see, there's a street here, and even though I'm pretty sure that she's good to go off the leash, there are also humans out here that might give me I think what you'd call grief over having. What's up, man? Good, buddy. There's people give me grief over having this dog off a leash. Oh shit, there's a dog right there. So here's where Zen has lots of choices to make. I don't like to leave my dog on a leash, especially in this field where there's another person here, and I have to wonder, should I just leave her off the leash? But then I gotta talk to another human, and there's this whole thing. So I'm just gonna find out what happens here. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's that dog! That's the dog. Ah! She's so friendly. She's so friendly. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. She's very good with dogs and humans and everything. I apologize, man. Sorry about that.
You're good. It's more her.
Yeah, hi, baby. Sorry about that. It's good to see you. Yeah, she loves you too. It's good. It's good. It's good to see you. No worries. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to scare you like that. She's a goofball. And there you go. That's what happens in public. This dog that was probably good with other dogs, this owner said she's not good with other dogs. The dog, meanwhile, just ran up to her, and there was no problem. And he just was like, "Oh, she's not good with dogs." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, I was just literally like watching the dogs interact. Maybe because I know dogs and how they interact, and like if their tails are wagging and the way their face is and their general demeanor. And he was like, "Oh, she's not good with dogs." Like, what are you talking about? Like, there was no problem. And he was like running away with his dog, pulling his dog off. I was like, maybe she's not good with dogs because you're a piece of shit. Because he was like, she's not good with dogs. No, I disagree. Like, Meatwad literally ran up to this other dog just now and was like, they were sniffing each other, and he was like, she's not good with dogs. I was like, they just interacted. There's not even a problem. You're just pulling the dog away for no reason. And so dogs on leashes have a habit of being angry that they're on leashes. But, you know, what the fuck do I know? Jesus fucking Christ. You know, she's not good with dogs. Like, what are you talking about, buddy? Your dog is, and then I pet the dog, and I was like, this dog is perfectly fine. How is the dog good with other humans but not dogs? That's proof of the owner. You know what I mean? Like, I've never really understood that. Like, dogs that have muzzles, you know who should have a muzzle? The owner should have a muzzle, not the dog. Because they're always the first to go, and they just say something stupid. It's like, put the muzzle on yourself, not the dog. The dog isn't the problem, you're the problem. A dog's not going on a dog. I mean, this is where my I'm autistic, and all of that kind of comes into play, where I'm just like, what the fuck is anyone talking about? Animals are good, period. Animals take care of each other, period. The only thing that fucks things up is stupid humans. Am I wrong here? Can somebody that's a pro dog trainer or some sort of fucking, they're like really well versed in animal psychology, tell me that I'm fucking wrong here? I mean, really? Jesus, see, that kind of shit. That's what I deal with on a regular basis every fucking day. That's what I told you. I told you as soon as I saw the dog, I was like, look at what's gonna happen here. Not because I suggested it would happen, because that's what normally happens with people. Like, and that's how humans are too. Like, I walk down the street and I gotta deal with fucking humans that are stupid. That like have no idea how to interact socially And I always make this hilarious excuse that I'm terrible at and I'm awkward at social interactions with other humans and stuff. I kind of joke about it. I'm fucking excellent with dogs, cats, kangaroos, humans, robots, the whole fucking thing. But then you got people out here that are just like fucking sucky at everything to do with interacting, like in any kind of human or robot-like way. This is fucking stupid. And so whenever I do these things, I do this mainly because I know there's people out there that feel this way. And so what I do is I exaggerate a story, and I'm dramatic about things, and people are like, "Are you fucking weird, Zen? What's wrong with you?" But I just exaggerate it to be funny, because I know that this might help someone. It's not you. It's everyone else that is a dumb idiot, like a dumb, like a stupid fucking, like well, but you know, then we gotta do this Zen mode. It's not their fault. Like, it's not that guy's fault for being a fucking retard, and it's not his dog's fault for being a retard, because his dog wasn't a retard. He was actually the retard, and he didn't know how to care for the dog. He didn't even know how to let the dog interact with another fucking dog of the same species. Literally, the same fucking species couldn't interact because he wouldn't allow it to happen. Now, I'm not gonna say it's because he was gay. I mean, he was definitely gay. So he has a lot of traumatic events, probably because he was raised by grandma, or his uncle touched him or whatever. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not mad at the dude, but for all the rest of you people that have to deal with social interactions, should we call it SID, social interaction disorder? It's usually not the weird person's fault. It's the other person's fault. Most people that act weird are because they know that more than 50% of the time you're gonna have to interact with retards, and so people like me have to act all funny. Like, how do we do this? I act like I don't know what's going on. I act all the time around people, and especially other people with dogs. I act like I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I left the dog off leash, like, "Oh, sorry, buddy," knowing full well that nothing's gonna happen. This dog is like 13 years old and doesn't, like, interacts with everything perfectly. And this dude's like, it just makes me, things that make you go, Remember that song? Things that make you go. Things that make you go, Hey, are you guys ready? We're about to go get this. We're about to go get it. Let's go get this gin. Come on. What the fuck are you doing? Do you want to poop or what? Let me go grab this beverage here. Do you guys want to watch some more fucking... How about this? Whether or not I get this gin, what I'm going to do is have a strange day of interacting with strange people. How about this? I'll have a stranger danger day. We'll call it stranger danger. Anybody that's watched some of my videos, whenever I'm walking around public, you'll see weird interactions I get with people. Most of them are pretty good. I interact with the houseless people very well. But people that tend to have a societal norm, a normalization of institutionalization of mental frameworks, they don't really know how to interact well. It's kind of like, you know, comedians are great actors, but actors are not good comedians, because actors have to be told what to do, but comedians just have a way of being, because they're philosophers and they interact immediately, spontaneously with society and what's around them. It's like a comedian could jump through hoops and things, because that's just, it's easy, you know, athletic of the mind. But actors can't do that. So actors act like they can do that, but if you put them in a situation where they have to, you know, just interact with whatever's going on, they can't do it. And that's what you'll notice. Who's one of the greatest actors ever? Robin Williams. You know, he was a fucking comedian. He wasn't an actor. He was a comedian that happened to act. You watch actors, they cannot be comedians. They're not funny. There's nothing. Oh man, did I get it? Here we go. Yes. And that's like the general population and general capacity to interact with anyone is, it's so fucking. Oh, where do we gotta go? Let's go. Oop. This dog's about to make me spill my beer all over the place. So right now I can't read your all comments because I've got a beer in one hand, the phone in the other. I can't scroll through too well. Can we go get this? Can we go get this beverage guy? Come on. Look at her. She's just like me, always sniffing box. Come on. Hey, come on. Can I get a LOL somewhere there? Can I get a ha ha ha? I mean, that ain't worth an LMAO, but it's definitely worth possibly snickering. Is there a? Can you do something like? Can you do snickering? Can we do an SFE, snickering for effect? That'd be kind of cool. How you doing? Yes. Okay. What's next? More things to sniff. Yes. Let us find. There it is. There's where we need to go. Whoop! Oh, stop making me smell my beer. Let's go. She's gonna do it right now. Hold up, yo. You're fucking up right now. Let's go this way. Come on. There's too many plant lives around here. Hey, I'm gonna leave this beer here. Hey, guys, don't let me forget. I left it right there, okay? And there we go. Oh shit, maybe we'll come to the pool today. That might be fun. Come on. Come on. There's an exit from the inside of the building, which is really interesting. You have to hit the button to get out of the building. Okay, how exciting. What is this? Okay, come on, let's go. Man. Come on. Come on, this way, come on. Guys, hold on. Really? We can't in here? It's Saturday? What? I can't even get in this building? Wait, it's Friday, right? It's Friday. It's 8:30. There's no one in here? What the fuck? So I can't even get my package right now. It's 8:30 on a Friday and they're not open. Is this ridiculous or what? This is ridiculous, right? I have to come back here?